Welcome to Idea Tennis, where we challenge ideas, elevate thinking, and serve up conversation that make you question everything.
Finally, like the 7 miles deep that was down there, I'm coming to the surface with some stuff from the bottom of the ocean to the surface, baby girl. I'm coming up. At the end of the day, doesn't matter. You on stage in front of 1,000 people when it goes, it would have with you. And I was like, I don't envy people that have the fame and stuff. Because you know what? The fella right here, I like being with him by myself. Like when I'm with him by myself, I like this guy. Just, but I'm saying I've seen people and I see the battle that they don't like themselves when they're by themselves. The cook need a recipe, the chef makes the recipe. But if you're with somebody that's just a cook that have no desire, like they're a cook and you're like, I want you to be a chef, but you're not a chef. Like genetically, everything, you gotta recognize, man, I'm just a cook. Just imagine
Mm.
if you're the person that's building something that a million people is gonna fall in line under, but then you start and you quit it. Their whole life falls apart. Yes, let's get straight to business. Let's get straight to business, Jeff.
What are we talking about today, Ashton?
We're talking about life.
I don't know. We'll try.
Let's talk about life. Let's talk about life. I mean, what I call my apple fries. See them?
Yes.
Slice. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
How's your morning been?
Blessed to be alive.
That's a good place to be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Blessed
Blessed
to
to,
be alive.
yeah.
I've been very addicted.
To work, I'm sure.
Yes, I started this new book, Jess, and my Jesus, this book is so good. Jess, listen, it is so good. I felt like I'm in a place where I get to like work on something that I've been wanting to explain. And I'm using my best friend Claude, by the way. And for some reason, Opus 4.6 is on another level to get my work like the clarity needs. But being able to explain or get out of me things that I've been trying to explain for years, but never had the vocabulary, the translation. But now, the deepest and the darkest and the deepest of dive is happening, and this book is amazing. I should be to go. I should be able to go on a vacation after this book.
When does it drop?
I haven't picked a date yet. I won't put that pressure on myself yet. I'm finishing it. This one's gonna be right.
Oh, you just put the pressure on all the other people you work with.
But this is what I said. This is what I did on my LinkedIn newsletter. I plan to share like the draft, the first draft chapter each week. Like I'm building in public, I'm writing in public, and I'm sharing it. But then, so it's 36 chapters total. So like 36 weeks, I can just keep sharing it. But it's gonna be done by then because I'm obsessed with it. So it's like I can't stop. But it's really, really good. Like the concept, the whole breakdown of it, everything, like all of the studying I've been doing for the last 900 books, just I'm working a way to like taking that big body information, make the capsule. Like I can make the pill. It feels like that. Anyway,
Well,
I hope you're excited for me. I'm just feeling. I hope
I'm
my
very
sister's
excited for
excited for
you.
me.
I'm very excited for you. I was going to say, you look physically and
Mm,
sound vocally the happiest I've seen you in a very long time.
mm. Thank you, sister.
Yes, in a very
Yeah.
long time. You still have things you need to finish though, in addition to this book.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So you know what the interesting thing about it, Jeff? It is helping me finish things. I mean, we talked about like closing the
Mhm.
tabs. Like it is giving me such clarity on closing the tab. Like, man, finally, like the 7 miles deep that was
Mhm.
down there, I'm coming to the surface with some stuff from the bottom of the ocean to the surface, baby girl. I'm coming up. I'm telling
I
you.
hope they're good treasures.
Yeah,
Hoping
I
they're
did.
good treasures.
It's gonna be a game changer for everyone who reads it. It's like Asher writing a new version of the Bible today.
We won't go that far. I'm excited to read it, but we won't go that far. Meet Asher writing a new version of the Bible. God forgive him.
I don't know, get a kick out of you on that one.
Of course you could. Good. Oh man.
So what are we looking forward to right now? What's the vision here? What you looking forward to? If you had a if you had a genie in front of you right now, Jess, if you had a genie and you got three specific wishes, Jess, three wishes, and genie like Jess, listen, that's all I got to give you is three wishes. I want to know what those three wishes would be. You ready? You willing to share?
I don't know if this is make it on the air, just so we know. If you want me to talk honest. Let's the first wish, let's fast forward to February 11th, 2027.
2027. Okay.
Let's fast forward, skip the year, like in the sense of
The wish. Wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a happy 2027.
there's been a lot happening behind the scenes. I just want
Mm-hmm.
the disrespect and the hurt to stop. I want happiness and joy in my life.
Mm.
And I want peace. I want peace.
Wish number one.
I want to feel like me again. I want to feel like me again. I'll get there. I know that. That's not a question. But right now, I know. If only you knew. And it's it's not to feel sorry for me. But it's hard to show up when there's so much and it's not in my control, and it's, it's almost like you're in the battlefield and you need to like step so carefully to make sure you don't detonate something. So.
I think you probably should be the author of this book. Zero, the Battle of the Stories. Yes, I think you should be the author of this book. Because even though I'm writing this book, it's about it's really about the battle of the stories, and the battle of the story is it's psychological, it's spiritual, it's not really physical, right? Because there's enough room in the spiritual and the psychological space. Anybody's story can exist there, but in the physical, it seems like a story can exist. But the battle of the story is what story you get to tell your story. And other people might not want you to tell that story, but like, that is my story. I get to tell that one. You got your story, I got my story.
That's exactly in a space where I'm in right now. But it's my truth to tell too. It's my truth to tell too. And so why don't I have the right to tell my truth? And I really every day just in this mourning and grieving phase or season that I'm in right now, just looking to the future. Like looking to the future, because that's the only thing that I mean, I don't have control over it, but it's the only thing that I can do is change what my future is. I can't change the past. I can't change even what's happening right now. In some ways, I can only change what my future looks like and focus in on that change. And what do I want? Somebody asked me, what do I want for myself? If I, what would my ideal life look like in the future? I was like, I just want to have peace. I want to have joy. I want to be able to do what I love to do with people that I love, my community. I want my community to thrive. I want my business to thrive. I want to have a full, happy life and focus on, it's funny because as a coach, you help fix things for people in some ways. You help them see what they can't see sometimes, or reframe the thought process. And ironically, I said I'm tired of fixing problems, but it's not that I'm tired of fixing problems for other people. I'm tired of fixing problems for other people that don't want to fix the problems for themselves, right? Even when you think about when you work with a client, I've cut clients off because it at some point becomes a waste of my time. It's not always about the money. We're doing work together. I'm coaching you. We're coming up with plans and strategies and things for you to implement in your business, and you don't do them. And then nothing is changing in your business. And yet we continue to meet and continue to plan and strategize, but you're not implementing that. So then you don't really want your business to do better. You really need to focus in on why you can't implement the strategies and the plans. That's what you need to focus in on, and you need somebody else to help you with that part, not me. And so it's being with people. I want to surround myself with people in my future that are never satisfied in a good way.
So those words are shiny, my friend. Those are shiny words. You know what I was thinking about this morning?
What?
I had this person in my image. I won't say that person name. You know who that person is. It was like people they have like spotlight, they have like the fame. They gotta deal with themselves. Jeff. Like when you by yourself or you feel about yourself when you by yourself, at the end of the day, doesn't matter you on stage in front of 1,000 people when it goes, you're there with you. And I was like, I don't envy people that have the fame and stuff. Because you know what? The fella right here, I like being with him by myself. Like when I'm with him by myself, I like this guy. Just, but I'm saying I see people and I see the battle that they don't like themselves when they're by themselves. And then that means you gotta go back to figure out like, man, what is it about me, like my house right now that I need to go figure out, fix? So you can fix a lot of people's stuff. I mean, most of us, that's where we get our skills from, like fixing other people's stuff. But in return, you need somebody to help you fix your stuff, meaning that the mirror requires another person that can show you something, but then you get the community to help you fix it. Because like, I need some time to work on me. So, hey man, stand guard right now. I need some time to work on me. But if we don't have that, then it's very difficult. But anyway, I was picturing that person in my mind. I was like, man, I don't envy them.
I don't either. I mean, it's why I talk so much about having people in your circle that cheer you and check you. If you only have people in your circle that are only cheering you, telling you how great you are, telling you all the good things that you want to hear, need to hear, feel like you must hear, then it's like, okay, who are the people that are around me? What is it about me that someone feels that they can't, as much as they can cheer me, that they can't check me and help me recognize, and I haven't used
Mhm.
that word in a minute, that every day is a new day to be better, do better. No one here is perfect. No one, you're not done until you take the last breath of being better, doing better. No one is perfect. No one has complete understanding of the ways of the world, life, business. Like, no. And when I say that I want to surround myself with people that are never satisfied, it's like, I don't want people that are miserably content around me, that they're okay with what they've got or achieved. And I'm not saying it from like a materialistic point of view. I'm talking more about like I want people around me that want to serve and solve. They want to help other people. They want to help themselves and help other people. It could be your family. It could be your name. Like, it doesn't have to be the world, but that you're never satisfied. And when you've achieved the thing, you're looking for the next thing that you could achieve. You know, those are the people that I want to surround myself with, not someone who you wake up and you have no like ambition or goals or desires, or that you can't be consistent enough to start something and finish something. You don't need to start 3 things at the same time. Let's get you starting one thing. But to wake up each day and have no dreams. And let's talk about, like, I'm all about dream big, and the bigger the better in terms of the dream. But let's start small. Let's start somewhere. Let's start with one thing that you could start and finish, and that when you finish that one thing, you can feel empowered and proud of yourself to then go and want to do the next thing that's bigger now. But to be with people that don't have that desire, who have more excuses than anything else, like, I'm I'm
Mm.
done with that phase of life.
It's you know, I appreciate family for their dynamism, but
Mhm.
everybody comes with a different piece of everybody come with a different knife. And when you're in the kitchen, I mean, everybody cook differently. Everybody prepare the food differently. So then you gotta figure out who you want to cook with, man.
Mhm.
Who
Yeah.
you want to cook with. And I mean, sometimes you start off with the wrong cook. Like, we talk about the chef and the cook concept. But when the last time we talk about that? It's a long time ago, right? But the cook and the chef, right? The cook need a recipe, the chef makes the recipe. But if you're with somebody that's just a cook, that have no desire, like they're a cook, and you're like, I want you to be a chef, but you're not a chef. Like, genetically, everything, you gotta recognize, man, I'm just a cook. Now, if you're a cook, you need to find better chef to get your recipe from. Now, if you're a chef and you like expecting somebody else to be a cook, you're gonna be stressed out, my friend. So you gotta find the alignment. Like, if I'm the chef, then guess what? You just need to be the cook. I'll make the recipe, you cook. But you gotta be a motivated, ambitious cook. I'm just saying. Because I'm making recipes, somebody gotta cook, right? If I'm the cook and you're supposed to be the chef, I'm like, damn it, I need to know recipe. I need to do some more cooking. But the balance gotta be there. Here's a thing. I'm writing about this in the book because this is one of the experience that really make my book make sense. And I didn't see the tie-in until I'm going deep with the stuff. But I was in Kuwait, and I was stationed in Kuwait in 2020 during COVID.
Mm.
And I woke up in the middle of the night. I wouldn't say I wake up. I know I was awake, but I wasn't. I was dreaming at the same time, right? But I'm in a space. I wouldn't call it dream. So I woke up and my skull was vibrating, just like vibrating. You can feel it. My skull was vibrating. It's on fire. And I'm like, oh, what is this? This is different. What is happening to me? But I was like, I'm in a place I want to get out of it. And it's vibrating. And I stayed there. And in the dark, far away, I saw this little dot, this little thing coming. And it coming towards me. And I'm watching it. I'm curious. Normally, I would be afraid because sometimes my dream takes me places. I'm afraid I gotta come back. But this time, I was like, I'm curious. What is this thing? And it come closer, and it comes. I'm seeing it coming, coming. It gets closer. It's like a fire-looking silhouette, right?
Mhm.
And then it comes closer, and then it splits in two, and out of it comes the feminine version of it. And the masculine version, like the male version, stand back, but they had a staff. And the feminine version came close to me, and then we start spinning. And I'm spinning, I'm in the dark spinning, but then it start like brightening up, like it becomes like the real world. And then we end up underneath a tree. But I had this crazy feeling. And it was like the feeling of ecstasy. And I was like, oh man, I love this feeling. But it felt like I was reborn. I felt like I just woke up. Like I really woke up. And after that, my desire for like knowledge and stuff was never been the same. My ambition exploded everything. I'm like, I'm hungry. Like seriously hungry, Jess. So hungry I can't sleep. How hungry I became. But then I'm writing and I'm writing a lot about the duality of things. I'm like, in the image was one dot, and then it split into two. But then we realized that, you know, in life we figured out that both sides got to fight against each other, but it's not. You both submarry it, becomes one again. And I was like, I'm playing with this metaphor, this analogy. I'm playing with it, and I'm like, oh, it's starting to make sense. That's what life is, a dance between the two, not a war against the two, but a dance between the two. And it started making sense. You know, my book, even I was just like, oh, this is that right there was that seed, but I didn't realize what it is until I start playing with different concept around everything. I have so much stuff in this thing. Just this is like the most. Listen, this book rival the Bible. I'm telling you when I'm finished with it. You will see. You will see. But I say all of that to say this: we got to find our dance partner, and you got to figure out who is the chef and who is the cook, and then you got to figure out like how you marry the two and how you become one.
Mm-hmm. You have to really. What's that Maya Angelou quote? When people show you who they are, like you have to
Believe them 100%.
Yeah. In life and in business, you can't want something more for someone than they want it for themselves, and you can't fix people.
Mhm.
You can't save people. And at some point, you have to. And it's funny because we were talking this week in our community on Monday about selfish versus selfless.
Mhm.
And you have to see that sometimes in life you have to be selfish in order to to
Be selfless.
be selfless, to do the right thing for you, even if it's not always the right thing for the other person, you know.
100%. Why? That's important. Because Jess, if my battery's on 12% and you on 90%, I'm like, Brody, I need to go charge. You like still draining mine? Sorry, I gotta be selfish now. I gotta go plug in.
Mhm.
But then you gotta figure out, man, when is it time to plug in? When is it not to plug in? But you gotta be selfish. Like, I need to take off time for myself. Why? I need to focus on me. Because I'm drained.
Mhm.
I ain't no good for my world, for the world of my community being drained.
We question God's timing in our life, and like when you're going through things and experience difficulties, it's like you question so much. But it's like, did you miss the green light at some point?
Mm.
Like, did you miss God turning on the green light for you to go? Because you were too busy looking behind you? Like it just it really makes you rethink so many of the decisions that you've made, and where along the way could you have made a different decision that could have changed who you are, your life, whatever. You know, I spoke to a friend, and I was telling her, how in Mindset Coward, I shared the story of the thing, the challenge, one of probably the biggest challenge I had at that up until this point in my life, and that it was a turning point for me in my life. I had a relationship with God before, but my relationship with God completely changed, and the entire trajectory of my life changed. And here I am on a different but familiar road, and I feel like this is like continued evolution of that process for me, that my faith has no choice but to become stronger, and that this is going to be another turning point in the trajectory of my life story. It's not going to stop me. It's going to almost like propel me.
Oh, we back to the genie again. Back
The
to the genie
visual
again.
of the slingshot, Asher, right? You had to be pulled back.
You know what I was thinking too when you was talking about the bleeding of the brain?
Mm-hmm.
You're a stubborn woman, by the way. You know that. Okay, so you see, hear me out.
We're not arguing there, Mr. Stubborn Ashern, right?
Yeah, but listen to this though, because I know some of the time the stubbornness it makes the lesson run so deep that you will never forget it in the future. That becomes a better teacher of it. I learned that, but the bleeding of the brain was the same thing where you need to be selfish. And you did now again, you need to be selfish. And you're probably struggling with being selfish because Jess is not. She's very selfless. And I'm saying right now, this is probably the lesson life is seeing. Jess, you gotta come to being selfish for you.
Mm-hmm.
You've been too selfless, and your battery is like, hey, you've given enough to the world, my friend. Go plug in. And here goes the electricity. Like here goes the solar. Go to where the solar lives. I mean, I don't know. You know where people like you a solar woman, like I'm a solar man. I need warm places. I need to go charge up in the warm places, right? But it's a replay.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a replay. So where do you think this genie trying to tell you to wish for? Second wish. You gave one already.
I don't know.
I'm gonna say this. There's a principle in life. It says state the fact, tell the truth. If you practice that long enough in life, save you a lot of headache. State the fact, tell the truth. But what with the genie though?
I never imagined restarting my life at 51.
Mm.
So I want
But
to give myself also patience and understanding as I learn new things and discover new
mhm,
things. New ways of doing things, not discovering the new things, but discovering new ways of doing things and excitement.
mm,
It's like excitement and fear, but more excitement than fear, like rolled up into a ball of the unknown, of
mhm,
what's waiting for me to arrive. I believe only goodness because all things work in our favor. So it's not something that's waiting to harm me is waiting for me to arrive, but the excitement of that, but the fear, obviously, of starting life over at this age.
mhm.
Um, you know, I envision myself living more time in Puerto Rico than here in the States at some point. Um, yeah, but
Here's I think identity. I mean, I think life is a cycle of birth and rebirth, death and birth, killing one of reviving the other. So if the genie is in your on your side right now, and it's like just the rebirth. So this new identity you about to build, this new one,
mm,
and this new identity, it's gonna take you here. If I show it, it's gonna be like, but this identity that you have right now won't take you there because this is different. The identity is for something else, but the new one, the one you got to rebirth, it's gonna go from here to there, and you get to see it, and you get to like, but how do I build it? I have to start over to get there. That means I have to build this new guy or this new lady to go there. And I'm like, man, I love this identity I have right now. Well, do you really love it? You do, but you don't like you love it and you hate it and you hate it and you love it. But this other one, it's a new opportunity to fall in love with his new identity. And his new place is gonna take you and his new victory and things you're gonna experience. Are you willing to sacrifice your selflessness to be selfish? To say this is the identity I'm claiming, and for me to birth it, something that's gotta die.
yes, for the first time, when we look at the the best teacher we have, which is our experience,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's almost as if the new identity is given a head start, almost given cheat notes, because you see that you've been there, done that, what worked, what didn't work. You were able to see the blessing in the failure and the lesson that was to be learned, and you learned it. You didn't, keep repeating the same mistake, the same mistake, the same mistake. So you're not bringing those mistakes into the new identity or the new version of who you are, what you're doing, where you're going. Those that are there to kind of give you that upper hand of knowing better, to do better, to be better. And then it's up to you to say, okay, that's it. I played small for 51 years. I people may have thought I wasn't playing small, but I know in my heart and in my head that I was playing small. I wasn't giving the best of me because I wasn't in a situation to be able to truly be selfish and give the best of me to myself, much less to the world. So it's exciting and it's scary, but I'm looking forward to it because of my faith in God.
I talked to this one guy recently, name is Charles Ham. He had a book called Ponder on It Pilgrim. It's like a #1 bestseller. So I was talking to him. And I think this quote, I'm gonna see if I get it right. He says, a smart person that's say you said it might have sitting in a stoplight. He said a smart person knows when the green light goes that they can go. But a wise person know when to go. So and you learn a lesson because you was at a stoplight and was about to go, but something says, wait on. Look left, look right. Another car was blowing through the red light. If we would have went, we would have got hit. But the wisdom is that you know when to go on green. You know you can go on green, but the wise person says, wait, where you go, you know when to go, not that you can go.
Just
So now, going back to your story, we're gonna get to the last thing before we close up. So the other part is you're on the journey now, Jess. Like you're stubborn, and there's a reason why life made you stubborn. Let me tell you why. Because stubborn people are the best teacher, meaning that they have gone through so much of that learning that is so ingrained in them that they're easier to teach. So you can write and you can teach. You're a great teacher. You're a good writer. Life is saying, guess what, Jess? Donna, use your skill set. Become a great teacher because you are a stubborn learner. That means you know a lot. Now you know it to the core. Now you got to teach. So if you have to make a wish now, like if you see yourself in the future, what if the genie said, Jess, third wish, know that you've got the skill set. You ain't starting from nothing. You're starting from wisdom.
mm-hmm.
What's that third wish?
To have a thriving, prosperous, growing, evolving, diverse community.
Mm. What are
I
you going
want
to teach them?
I want to unapologetically live the best version of me that I possibly can. And I want to show other people how to do the same. How to be able
Mm.
to fear less
Mm.
and to be unapologetic about what they want and to go after it. To not be their excuse. Because we could all have an excuse. We could all have a reason why we do or we don't do something. But I want to show people they could be more than just that. That their
Mm.
circumstances don't define or determine their outcome. That where they are today doesn't mean that that's where they have to be for forever, but that it takes a brave, brave decision to be selfish
Mm-hmm.
and to not look back and to look forward and to know that you've been through every difficult moment in life and this is not going to be any different. And God doesn't fail us. So, yeah, I don't know what the future has, but I believe it's big, bold, and beautiful, and it's waiting for me to arrive. You know, is there a valley on the way there? There's usually a valley in most places, but that's where I will learn how to thrive and I will learn how to be selfish, because I honestly
Mm-hmm.
don't know. While I am stubborn, I don't know if I truly know how to be unapologetically selfish yet, but I'm going to get there. Um, and it's, when we say selfish, it's not like to do harm, that you're doing harm to someone else. It means that you're putting yourself first. It's that,
When you need to put yourself first.
yeah,
The time to be selfish is time to be selfless. Yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
you know when you should be putting yourself first. And um, so I'm excited but scared
Mm.
at the same time. But like I said, it's about feel less, having more faith and fear, and I truly, with every fiber of my being, believe that God has something big, bold, and beautiful.
Hmm. You know what a better time to. I think there's a lot of people that are in your situation that they're starting over. It's like, what do I do? But guess what, man? What better way to do it and teach it while you're doing it, right?
Yeah.
What better way to build, to start over in public, to build in the eyes of the people that know you like for years, like, oh yeah, this was my old identity, but this is the new one I'm building. And I'm gonna show you how to build it because I'm gonna figure it out. It's my last point before we close. I was thinking about there's a reason why certain people didn't put in a leadership role or they don't become like a founder or a starter thing. You know the reason why?
Why?
What? Because they would start and they would quit. Just imagine
Mm,
if you're the person that's building something that a million people is gonna fall in line under, but then you start and you quit it. Their whole life falls apart. So they will always say there's 5% of the population that becomes like this this entrepreneurial gene, this founder, because there's a reason why. There's not all there's only one lead wolf. Because the person that start, I know that it won't ever quit it, that's the person that they be in the front. Why? Because everybody's is lining up under them. And if they quit, million people quit. So I don't want to put a quitter up front to pull the pack, to lead the pack when they're gonna quit. So life is saying you only pick a certain kind of people to put in that position because their ambition, their drive, their non-quitting attitude on things that I'm gonna take it to the distance. That's the person you want up front. So I said I wanna if you're thinking about this thing you're gonna build and you're gonna build it, who is gonna fall in line with you? Because there's a lot of people in your position, by the way, that are looking for it. Like I need to start over, but I don't even know how to do it. Like just I need to start over, but I don't even know how to do it. But here goes Jess. Jess says, time has come for me to start over. Can't fight it anymore. I'm starting over, but this is how I'm gonna start and this I'm gonna finish. It's where I'm going.
very true, my friend. You got to take the first step.
Mm.
And so I'm taking the first step and having just faith and community to help carry me through.
Well, I'm here, lady.
I know.
I had to start over 3 years ago. 2021, I think.
Hmm.
2021.
It's more than 3 years, but yeah.
Yeah, more than 3 years.
Mr. Finance
2021.
guy.
I'm trying to think it was 22 or 21, but it was around that time. It was right before I retired. Here's the story.
Mhm.
Before we close, here's the story. I was getting out of the military. I was planning to move back to where my significant other was at the time. And I was like, man, I'm gonna get out of the military and I'm gonna move to this new place. So I'm leaving Colorado. I'm like, man. But then the conversation happened. I'm like, is this something that you really want? Like, I'm not sure. I'm like, you need to be sure because I'm gonna pack up all my life. I'm coming this way. So I need to know. Like, decide. Don't give me no maybe. I need yes or no. It doesn't hurt. Just tell me no, yes or no. So I had to push the decision. The decision was let's cut ties. I'm like, thank you. Because I was about to disrupt my whole life to come there and then yeah. Anyway, but that right there was very hard because I was like, man, Emmett, actually you missed the mark again. But it was good because I was able to build a new identity, start back over. And I went to my little valley, my little depression. I went through my state and then I worked my way back up. But I was in there doing my after action review, looking at life, reflecting, what did I learn from all of this? What do I have right now as skill set and tool set? Like, what did this old journey taught me? It was some good lessons. I'm writing about it right now. Because you know what, Jess? Somebody gonna buy it. I'm selling it. So I say all of that to say this. Lady, pull out the pen. Let's get writing. You got a new book to work on. The 51-year Jess. What's that story? And the future.
It's gonna be a good one.
Let's write it.
It's gonna be
All right, lady.
all right. With that being said,
It was raw and real today. But if you can get done with raw and real, then don't listen to this podcast and make it an utterly fantastic day.